welcome back to Avalon. So this is going to be your monthly pick a card reading about your love life and what's coming in love and relationships for the month of March 2026. We have three groups here in front of us. This is group number 1, this is group number 2, and this is group number 3. So as always, take some time and even pause the video if you like to find the pile that you feel the most drawn to. I'm going to show you the crystals here on each pile so that you can make a proper or even better decision. For group 1, we have a classic clear quartz crystal. For group number 2, we have an amethyst, a very beautiful one. And for group number 3, we have green aventurine in a very raw cut version here. Okay, I'm going to take a few deep breaths here. If you want to join me before you make your decision, you're very, very welcome. Let's breathe in together and out. 2 more times. Let's breathe in and out. And one last time. Let's breathe in and out. All right, once again, this is group number 1, this is group number 2, and this is group number 3. You'll find the timestamps in the description box down below, so you can jump straight to the pile that you feel the most drawn to. Okay, are you ready? Let's go. All right, hi there, pile number 1. This is going to be your reading here regarding your love life for the month of March 2026. You have chosen the first group here with the clear quartz on top, and I'm going to show you the crystal again. It's known as the master amplifier, this stone. So in terms of love and relationships, it amplifies intentions, and it also promotes clarity about feelings and relationship direction. In love, it symbolizes clarity and alignment and honesty between partners. So you might already resonate with that meaning here for the crystal, but let's look into the cards a bit more to figure out more. So we are going to have, as always, a few oracle cards here to give a general idea of your overall energy here for the month. And then we have 4 tarot cards that are going to clarify each week of the month, and a final love clarifier here at the end. So to begin, let's see your overall energy here in love for the month. The first card out is Bounteous. Generously given, relationships coming together. How fitting. So this already makes a lot of sense. There's definitely a message here from Spirit about coming together or enjoying your time together with a partner here, as you could already be in a relationship, and just enjoying the richness of the connection together here, as you both seem to be people who are very generous and very giving and caring, really looking out for each other. So if you are already in a relationship, this could resonate with you. However, if you're not in a relationship, Spirit is telling you that you could be in one very, very soon here. Maybe during the course of the month. So let's get into more. We also have Deep Knowing, card number 43, and we have Resilience. Resilience is your source of strength in challenges. Okay. Immediately, I'm drawn to the colors on these cards. There's a lot of green, a lot of blue. So this could be in relation to your heart and your throat chakra, which obviously, you know, the heart chakra makes a lot of sense here when we speak about love and relationships. So you could experience a heart chakra opening here. Again, if you are already in a connection with someone and in a committed relationship, you might just feel very, very fulfilled and happy in that connection is what I'm seeing. It's like you give each other a lot, you spend a lot of time together, you also know what the other person needs and wants, even in terms of, you know, giving space, how much independence is useful in the connection. You guys have found a rhythm in the partnership already is what I'm seeing, that you guys are very, very happy with. And there might be a very deep knowing here that you guys are always going to be together, or that you are definitely going to end up together if you're still in the dating stage. So you could actually date someone or see someone since a few months or a few weeks and be very sure that this is your forever person, or at least that you would want this person to be a forever person for you. With the card of resilience, you might have been, or you might have needed to be, very resilient in the past when it comes to love and relationships. So maybe there was a lot of trouble in paradise in the past with other connections, or you used to draw to yourself very difficult, emotionally immature people who you couldn't build this kind of bounteous relationship with that you're experiencing now. So again, if you are in a relationship, I see you having a lot of gratitude for the current relationship that you're building with your person, because in the past maybe it hasn't been so simple. If this is the same person that we're talking about, maybe you guys started out completely different than how the relationship then kind of evolved or grew. Maybe you guys met a few years ago and it didn't really work out, and you guys had to kind of focus on yourselves individually before you could reunite with each other. But ever since you are reunited, it just works beautifully, and the partnership just blooms with every new day that you experience here. So if you are still single, I think you also have a deep intuitive feeling and understanding that you have integrated a lot of lessons here from the past, and if there was a lot of disappointment in past relationships or past dating scenarios, Spirit is going to reward you with a lot of clarity on how to move forward here with a clear crystal, and might even present you with a very bounteous connection here very, very soon. So that's the overall energy that I'm seeing. Definitely focus on your heart chakra here if you want to attract love in, and if you want to keep your connection going with a person that you're already with. Definitely continue to speak your mind and talk about your feelings is also what I'm getting here. So again, with the color blue, the throat chakra is very, very important. So if there is something that you want to discuss with your partner and you kind of withheld yourself from doing that, Spirit is telling you that you can tell them absolutely anything, because they're going to understand. And if you have any sort of worry about how your message is going to be received, Spirit is telling you you don't have to. So I don't know who needs to hear this, but this is also definitely something that I'm seeing. But let's step into your overview here in terms of tarot. So for the first week of March, the first few days, we have the energy of the Lovers. So for the second week, we have the Hierophant. For the third week, we have the Ten of Coins, which is the Ten of Pentacles. And for the fourth week, we have the Ace of Wands. So overall, a very, very positive month here for you. Let's look at the love clarifier at the end. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully, is the final clarifier. So again, if you are already in a relationship, things are definitely going very good, and I see you being very happy and content with the connection. With the Lovers card, this points to a very strong soulmate connection, where you guys definitely feeling like you're each other's destiny, wanting to spend eternity together and not part from each other. So this is definitely a connection that is guided by Spirit, and the fact that you guys get along so well and that there doesn't really seem to be any sort of issue coming up should tell you that you guys are on the same wavelength, and you might feel like you're cut from the same cloth, or that your characters are very similar, but at the same time, whilst you might be very, very identical at your core, you might realize that in terms of perspectives or hobbies or interests, you are very different. And that's what makes the connection so enriching here, is that you share almost the same core, but then, the more surface level aspects are a little different here for you guys. And that's how you can continuously have very interesting conversations while at the same time sharing the same core values. And that definitely makes you feel very good about this relationship. And I love that for you. So I just see you in the first week here of the month being very happy with your connection and enjoying the time that you have with your partner fully. In the second week, there's going to be an emphasis on the mindset that you guys share in the connection. So you might realize while having a conversation with your person that you guys have very different perspective on a certain topic that is discussed. That could be linked to what I said earlier about you maybe being a little bit worried about talking about something with your person. I don't know what that is specifically for you. Keep in mind this is a general reading, but whatever it is that you want to share it with your person. They're going to understand your point of view. They might have a different one though, and that is something that you could prepare yourself for here in the second week of the month. If this is not about a discussion or some sort of conversation, this could just mean that in the second week of the month, your commitment to each other is going to be highlighted here. The Hierophant energy is definitely an energy of commitment, obviously, so you guys could go out on more dates together, try to make it a point to spend more time together, to make more time and space for the other so that you see each other more. If you're both very busy people and both work your jobs or study at university or live in different cities or maybe in different countries, it might be a little different here to connect on a very daily basis with each other and make sure that the connection stays balanced and equal. And so I see you in the second week of the month really prioritizing equality in the connection and really committing to making time for the other, even if it's just a phone call or even if it's just a text in the morning to tell the other person how much you appreciate them and vice versa. Like small ways where you can show each other your affection or your care for the other is what's going to be highlighted here in the next week. In the third week of the month with the 10 of coins, this is just complete fulfillment here in all aspects, but also specifically as we are focused on love and relationship here in terms of your relationship. So again, I'm getting a very strong energy that if you're watching this, you are already in a relationship and you want to figure out if the relationship is going to stay strong. And Spirit is definitely telling you, yes, your relationship is going very well and it's going to continue to stay very well as the month progresses. With the Ace of Wands in the fourth and final week of the month, there's a lot of desire and passion for each other and a lot of physical stuff happening between you guys. With the Ace of Wands, this could be sort of an energy of almost a new beginning. So you might renew your commitment to each other by the end of the month, or if you're already married, renew your vows at the end of March. This is something that you might have to discuss before, which is what shows up in the second week is, I don't know, how do we do this, or how do we spend more time together, or how can we bring kind of fresh energy to the connection? And you guys might have different opinions about that, but I see you coming to a conclusion that is making you guys happy and is satisfying to the both of you. If you are single, this is an energy of you potentially making a very important decision here about a person that you're seeing in the beginning of the month. So if you are dating, or if there's someone that you have on your mind that you might be interested in exploring a relationship with, or that you would like to date more, there's definitely a decision that you're making in regard to that in the beginning of the month. You could enter a serious level of commitment with that person that you have chosen in the second week of the month. And then, very similar to what I already mentioned for the people in relationships, you also experience a lot of emotional fulfillment and a lot of passion with this person. So I can read this both ways. Again, if you are already in a connection and in a serious relationship with someone, I see you guys being very attracted to each other, very passionate about each other. I see the connection flourishing and you guys trying to figure out ways to spend more time together and show each other your love and how much you care for each other. If you are single, you're going to make a very important decision here in the beginning of the month about dating someone and entering a relationship with them potentially here, and that is going to lead to a very happy and fulfilling outcome here that is going to make you feel very good. That's what I'm seeing. So yeah, if you have a specific person on your mind, I'm going to pull some cards for that. I'm going to tap into the energy of this person a little bit to figure out what they're thinking and feeling about you right now. So as I'm shuffling, think about your person that you might consider here right now, or even about your partner. Envision what they look like. And we're going to figure out what they currently think of you. Spirit, what is this person currently thinking? We have the Five of Wands and the Queen of Swords. So the person that you're thinking of right now is viewing you as a very resilient person here with the Five of Wands and the Queen of Swords. You might have told this person about your difficult experiences with relationships in the past. If this is a partner that you're requiring information about, you might have told your partner about past experiences in love and relationships and how difficult they were for you, and they really just look up to you and admire you for your resilience and for your strength to face these situations and to have come out of them so clear-minded is what I'm hearing, and so confident and kind as you have. So this is a person who admires your strength to face even difficult situations or situations of conflict very, very maturely and very balanced, very grounded, while at the same time having a lot of clarity and definitely the ability to communicate very clearly. So whoever you're thinking about, this person thinks that you're a great communicator, that you know what you want, and that you're very future oriented. You could be an air sign or a fire sign here is what I'm seeing, so, and this might resonate with you. But yeah, this is a person who admires your strength, your courage, how you don't shy away from even difficult conversations or situations as a whole, because you always look for the best outcome for both people in the connection. You have a very emotionally mature way of handling even times of difficulty. And this is something that this person is really, really admiring about you and is thinking about. Let's ask about what this person is feeling about you right now. Spirit, what can you tell me about the feelings? Ooh, that was a lot. We have the Death card here, and we have the Empress. Well, they feel very strongly about you. This is Major Arcana. The number 3 could be very significant. Also, we are in the 3rd month of the year, if you're watching this in real time. So this month could be very important when it comes to a certain connection here in your life. But the person that you have on your mind, they view you as someone who is completely transforming their life with the Death card. This could also be a connection to a person that didn't work out in the past. I channeled that a bit earlier in the reading here, who is now maybe coming back around or realizing the transformative nature of the connection and how much they want you in their life. But overall, they view you as a person who has completely shifted their reality and their outlook on love and romance and relationships. They view you as the Empress. So this is all 4 queens in the tarot deck in one. So this is literally everything. You are everything to them. You mean the world to them. They view you as the epitome of class and beauty and grace and elegance and maturity, and they love how you take responsibility. They love how grown up you are, how good you are in situations of conflict, and how great you can handle these times, but also how amazing you are just in the good times. They're very, very happy with you. If this is a person that you're not with currently, this person is definitely interested to get to know you a lot more and even start a serious relationship with you, because they view you as the full package. You are the full package to this person. It doesn't get much better than the Empress. So, all right. This is the overall energy that I'm seeing here for your love life in March 2026. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Alright, hello there, group number 2. It's so nice to have you here. You have chosen the 2nd pile with this very beautiful amethyst on top. And the amethyst is encouraging emotional balance and calm communication here in relationships. So this might already resonate with you. It helps to release jealousy, insecurity, and toxic patterns in connections, and is associated with spiritual connection and deeper understanding in relationships. It's often used when someone wants a healthy, peaceful partnership rather than intense trauma. In relationships, it represents trust, honesty, as well as emotional maturity. So you might already resonate with that message. But let's look into the cards here for you to figure out what you can expect for your love life here in March of 2026. So we have 3 overall oracle cards that are going to give us an overview of what you can expect this month. And then we're going to have 4 tarot cards for each week of the month to clarify this message further, as well as a final love clarifier here for you. So let's check out the overall energy here in terms of love and relationship for you this month. We have the card of harmony. Harmony is the beautiful melody in relationships. We also have the card Blessed, number 22. And we have the card Atlantis. Keep the big vision, stay in alignment as you grow. Alright, so right away I'm getting the energy here that if you are not in a relationship already, you definitely have a person on your mind. And it's definitely only one person, because I'm feeling drawn to the two people here on this mountain, enjoying the view. So I think there is the want and need to deepen a connection with a person that you already know. That's the number one thing that comes across here with Atlantis. You know, keep the big vision, stay in alignment as you grow. This could be a person that you always wanted to connect with, but things maybe started out a bit rocky, or it didn't turn out the way you wanted it to, and you might have lost hope. Spirit is telling you that this is still a very blessed connection, and that things are going to work out much better than they seem right now. Staying in alignment as you grow tells me that right now, Spirit wants you to mainly focus on you and your own inner alignment and your own inner fulfillment, because you don't need another person to be emotionally fulfilled and spiritually fulfilled in any shape or form. So if this is something that right now you don't believe, Spirit is definitely telling you to look into that and to find ways to enjoy your own company and be your own best friend and give yourself some love, fill your own cup before you enter into any sort of connection here with someone. But I do see that there's definitely a person on your mind, and you are also on this person's mind, and you guys look at each other as being a real gift to each other. So even if there maybe was a little bit of a rocky beginning, which is still something that I feel in the energy here, but obviously only apply it if it fits, you know. But if there was a very difficult beginning here in getting to know each other or starting something, whatever it is, it's going to get easier. You guys really see the gift in each other. You see the goodness in the other, and you see how much goodness this person brings to your life, and vice versa. So this person, whoever it is, looks at you as a person that's bringing them a lot of joy, and that is a blessing for them in their life. And you might look at your person here the exact same way. With harmony, it tells me that at the end of this, there's going to be a very harmonious union, if you are not in one already, where you both are going to enjoy a stable, committed relationship to each other that is going exactly the way that you wanted it to. But maybe it started out with you guys being a little bit held back because of wounds that needed to be healed, or other, you know, life circumstances that kind of blocked union from happening here, or blocked any sort of growth in the connection. And I see that whatever has been the case is being removed here for you guys in the month of March. So there's going to be a very harmonious connection with a person here for you this month, and you are going to feel very blessed to have them in your life, and they're going to feel very blessed to have you in their life. So that's a very beautiful energy. So let's get into more detail here with the tarot cards. So for the first week of the month here, we have the 7 of Coins. For the second week, we have the 10 of Cups. For the third week, we have the 9 of Cups. Wow. And for the fourth week, we have the Hermit card. So this makes a lot of sense here. So you could be an earth sign or a water sign. We have a lot of earth and water here. But it seems like emotions are really running high. The Hermit card makes me think of the full moon in Virgo that we have just gone through. So if you're watching this in real time, we had a lunar eclipse in Virgo on the 3rd of the month. So this energy could be felt by both of you guys here very strongly still, even at the end of the month. Let's look at the final love clarifier here for you. That is, make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Okay, so again, I feel like we're talking about someone you already know, and you guys are wanting to be in a relationship together, and I see you getting in a relationship together. But here with the 7 of Coins in the beginning of the month, I'm actually going to clarify this, because there seems to be something that needs to be worked out. And again, if it's like I mentioned, and you guys started off in a very rocky way and didn't really come together, maybe there was some time apart, you guys had to grow individually here before you could reunite with each other. But if you are right now getting back in touch with this person, maybe after a pause, or after both of you guys have focused more on yourself and your inner alignment, with the 7 of Coins, I see you guys being in communication and being in touch again, and really trying to figure out how how to make this connection work. I'm getting a very strong energy of two people really wanting to be with each other, understanding the importance and the blessing of the other person for the personal life. But with the Seven of Coins, there is something that needs to be figured out. And again, this could be connected to the past here. That might have been a bit difficult. So I'm going to clarify this here. Thank you. We have the Nine of Wands. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Ten of Cups, and we have the King of Cups. Again, a lot of Cups energy. So I'm getting that your person is a water sign here. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio could be significant. There's a lot of emotion here, and it's a lot of emotion to handle. So I feel like you guys love each other very deeply, and you see longevity with each other. And with the Ten of Cups, you guys could already be married and in a commitment with each other, having a family together, because we have the Ten of Cups twice here. If you're not, and this is someone that you want to make the effort with, I see you guys making the effort with each other, because you definitely see longevity together. Like, you guys see each other together here for the rest of your lives, and you have very, very deep, very deep emotions for each other. There's a very spiritual connection that you share, and I'm getting a lot of Pisces energy. So this very dreamy connection here with each other, where you guys just bring each other a lot of joy and a lot of emotional fulfillment. But maybe it's just a little bit too much, and you guys have to learn to navigate those very deep and strong emotions with each other. And maybe one of you guys, or maybe both of you, are a little bit scared here with the Nine of Wands to feel so much for another person. So there might be a little bit of fear here when it comes to love. Someone might be afraid to love, someone might be afraid of the intensity of the connection, and this might be something that needs to be figured out here in the beginning of the month. However, I see in the second and third week of the month that you guys are just flourishing here. You guys are enjoying each other's company so much. If you are not in a commitment, you're definitely going to enter one here in the middle of the month. I see complete and utter emotional fulfillment with each other. Like, you guys make each other so happy. I see you guys spending a lot of time together, just getting to know each other the deepest ways possible here. And really, after figuring out the beginning of the month, understanding that there's really nothing to be afraid of, because you know you can trust each other. You know this is an aligned connection. You know that there's a lot of harmony between you guys. You feel very calm and at peace with each other. You feel very safe with each other emotionally as well as mentally and physically here. So maybe the worries in the beginning of the month of, oh my gosh, you know, can this work out? I feel so much for this person, maybe a little too much for someone. How is it possible to feel so intensely for someone else? I see you guys figuring that out and just understanding that the other person feels the same, and there's really nothing to worry about, you know? So I see you dealing with this anxiety here to fully accept the intensity of the connection in by just diving in anyway, and having the courage and the bravery even to allow yourself to feel and to allow yourself to explore the connection in all aspects here, completely making the effort here. So great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So even though one of you guys, or maybe both of you, are a little bit afraid to feel so much for someone else, maybe also because in the past you have had a little bit of a difficult time in relationships, you guys are facing it head on, openly talk about it, and make the decision to dive in anyway and to explore the connection anyway, because you love each other. So this is definitely someone that you love very deeply and that you see yourself with for a very, very long time. And I see you guys just enjoying that, what you have here, to the fullest in the middle of the month. With the Hermit card in the fourth week of the month, closing out the month of March, there's definitely an energy of going deep. So I don't see this as some sort of reclusive energy where there's distance between you guys. I see this as an energy of grounding the emotions and the intensity of the connection. It's like there's a lot of water energy, but it's going to be grounded by the earth energy here. So one of you could be an earth sign, the other one could be a water sign. Whoever is the earth sign is definitely going to be the person who is grounding the connection in reality and more in the physical, whilst the other person is a little bit more, you know, dreaming things up, fantasizing over the future of this. And the other one of you is like, okay, let's actually make this a tangible reality. Let's actually take active steps in real life to really have this connection be what we want it to be, which is a long-term commitment to each other and potentially growing a family here together, most of all just spending the rest of our lives together. How can we make this happen? How can we take serious, responsible, grounded, mature steps in order to keep this harmony going and to allow this connection to flourish even more and to grow even more into what it is supposed to be here. So a lot of emotions, and with all this emotion and this intensity, a little bit of uncertainty here. Is it normal that I feel so much for this person, and maybe this is too good to be true, and maybe I should just keep my distance to this person, or maybe I'm making this all up in my head, maybe this is just an illusion. Spirit is saying no. This is the person of your dreams. This is the person that you always wanted to be with. And even if maybe in the past things were kind of difficult in the beginning, this is being smoothed out because both of you are making an active effort to secure the connection and to stabilize the connection. And I just see a lot of love and exploring that love and grounding it in reality here this month. Okay, so last but not least, if you have a specific person in mind and you're wondering what they're thinking about you, what they're feeling about you, keep thinking about this person right now. Close your eyes, envision their face, envision their voice, whatever it is. And I'm going to ask Spirit for a message here about what this specific person on your mind thinks and feels about you right now. So Spirit, what is on this person's mind here? One more, please. Thank you. Well, what I'm getting is we have the Four of Swords and the Nine of Swords, so they're pretty much in their head about you. They're kind of losing their cool when you're around is what I'm getting. Like they try to portray themselves to be very, very chill and very calm and at peace and in balance and in harmony with themselves. But what's going on inside is pretty much this Nine of Swords is, oh my God, there he or she is. Oh my gosh, how can I contain myself? How can I try to keep my cool? So you excite them a lot, and yeah, they just feel a lot of excitement for you, and they feel very joyous when you're around, but they also really get in their head when you're around. They think of you as a very centered individual, as someone who is calm and at peace with themselves, who knows themselves very well, and who is very balanced and established in their lives. Maybe much more than they themselves are. But yeah, they overthink about you. You're constantly on their mind. They're wondering what you're doing and how you're doing it, how you got to where you are. They definitely want to get to know you better. That's what I see in their thoughts. Let's see about their feelings, shall we? So Spirit, what can you tell us about this person's feelings? One more, please. Their feelings here. Thank you. Back at the deck, we have the Four of Pentacles. So this person is withholding their feelings for you immensely here. They don't want to show their cards completely openly to you yet. So they might be a little bit more reserved, more introverted, maybe even shy. But what they're feeling for you here is the Wheel of Fortune and the Eight of Swords. So they're very much stuck on you, is what I'm getting. Like, they feel very strongly for you. You're living rent-free in this person's head is what I'm seeing. They're in complete awe of you and your calmness and your relaxed, laid-back attitude. And in terms of emotions, there's definitely a shift here. Like, they met you and they knew their life was going to change and transform with this Wheel of Fortune in a very, very positive way. So they feel very, very positive about you. They want you in their life. And they're very much stuck on you. We're getting a lot of Swords energy. So this person that you're inquiring about could be an air sign. But we also have Major Arcana with the Wheel of Fortune. You have definitely shaken this person's life up is what I'm getting. But for now, mostly, you are just in their head. They want to get to know you. They want to know what it is that you're doing, who you really are. So yeah, this is what I'm seeing here. We have the Chariot underneath the Four of Pentacles, and we have the Ace of Swords here as well. So I think they have gained enough clarity to know that they want to move toward you here with the Chariot card. So maybe expect this person to reach out very soon. If they've been more reserved and held back in the past, this might change in the future here with the Chariot. All right. So that's what I'm getting for you for your love life in March of 2026. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice rest of your day and see you next time. Bye. All right, hello there, group number 3. You have decided on the third pile here in regard to information about your love life in the month of March 2026. You have chosen the Green Aventurine. I'm going to show it to you here. This is a very beautiful stone. The Green Aventurine is linked to the heart chakra, as you can probably tell by the color here, and it encourages emotional healing after heartbreak. It attracts new love, optimism, and healthy opportunities, and is often called the stone of opportunity, especially for new relationships or second chances. So this might already be something that you're resonating with here, but let's see what's in the cards for you here in regard to your love life in the month of March of 2026. So we have an overview here with some oracle cards, and afterwards we have some additional tarot cards representing each week of the month, as well as a final love oracle clarifier. So let's see what the overall energy is like here for you. We have the Waterfall, inner power, unbridled confidence, claiming your place. Beautiful. We also have Mending, okay, number 52 on the card. And you got 2 Cosmic Energy Oracle cards. The other groups only got 1, so let's see what we got. Compassion. Compassion is the warmth of the soul. Give it to others and yourself. And we also have Light. Beautiful. Light dispels darkness. Keep your inner light shining. Okay. Let's place this in the most symmetrical way possible here. What I'm getting here is, and I already talked about the meaning of the Green Aventurine here, about second chances, about having another go with a person you might already know. And with this Mending card, this is really what I'm seeing here. So the overall energy I'm getting is that you want to mend and reconcile a connection with a person you already know. And with Light and Compassion, I do think something came to light about the connection recently, or is going to very soon, that is going to help you figure out whether or not this connection can actually be reconciled and whether or not you can reunite with this person. I see you as a very emotionally mature and very self-aware individual here who has figured themselves out quite a lot. You know about your inner power, you know about your strengths and maybe even your weaknesses. You accept it both equally, and you just like your own company. You enjoy your own company, and you are very much at peace with yourself. Here is what I'm getting. With the Waterfall, you are definitely a force to be reckoned with. I do think you're very confident. You might be very self-expressive, and you're definitely claiming your place here, as it says on the card. But you carry a lot of light, and this other person that you're thinking about here, that you want to mend a connection with, this person has seen your light, has seen your force, has seen your power, and you have definitely empowered them to take a deeper look at themselves and to maybe mend certain areas in their lives when, you know, they weren't aware of them before, or they didn't want to look at them before. So you shine a very bright light for this other person, and it's been recognized, and it has definitely had a huge impact on this person's life. With Compassion, I do think that you're a very compassionate and caring, kind individual here who has good intentions and good motives. And so maybe you have seen the potential of this person, the light that this person carries, and you definitely want to extend a hand and say, you know, hey, let us at least talk about what happened here, or let's see if there is another chance, because I definitely like to give you one. So you're definitely a person who wants to give second chances and who wants to try again, or at least in this case, you see the potential for this to lead to something much better and healthier than maybe the first time around. So let's get into some details here. We have here, as the first card out, the Star. For week number 2, we have the Sun. The third week of the month is the Tower. And the fourth week is the Two of Coins. Okay, so definitely here, starting out in the month of March, I see you really wanting to heal and mend the connection. For me, the Star card is really just clarifying this mending card that we've seen here. The number 5 or 2, the number 52 or 7 could be significant for you and or your person. But this is definitely someone here on your mind and in your heart that means a lot to you. You feel like it was destined for you to meet this person. And I'm also seeing here that this person feels the exact same way about you. So there's definitely this energy of being each other's destiny, or at least wanting to try again because things were unfinished in the past. I do think you have a past with this person, and I do think things kind of went awry or things didn't work out the way you planned to. And this is definitely a connection here that is supposed to come back around for a new beginning here if you wanted. With the Star energy, this could point to you being an Aquarius, which would make sense with the waterfall energy and with this light that you're carrying here for this person. So you could be an Aquarius and your person could be a Leo here with the Sun card, but you guys are really complementing each other well is what I'm getting. Like, you might be more so the person who stands in their power and their truth, and this person might figure that out for themselves and is not really on the same maturity level as you. There could also be an age gap here is what I'm getting, or just a difference in maturity levels, as you seem to be a little bit further ahead here on the journey when it comes to knowing yourself, expressing yourself, standing in your power. But the beginning of the month is definitely focused around wanting to reconcile with this person and wanting to try again. In the second week of the month, I see something very positive happening in that regard. The Sun card is a card of joy, a card of happiness and fulfillment. It's also connected to your creativity and to your inner child. So if this is not actively working on mending the connection with this person, you are definitely mending your own heart by stepping more into your creative power and expressing yourself more in a very creative manner. But in terms of mending the connection, I do think that there's an opportunity to do so in the second week of the month. I'm actually going to clarify this energy here real quick to figure out what this is about. Spirit, can you tell me about the Sun card? Thank you. We have the Lovers and we have the Page of Swords. So yeah, this is pretty much clarifying what I was getting, is that there's definitely an opportunity for you guys to come together here in the second week of March 2026 and exchange some words, at least, you know. So the Page of Swords, pages are messengers. So if it's not you reaching out, I actually feel like this person might be reaching out to you. And it's going to make you really happy here with the Sun card that, you know, what you're dreaming about, what you're wishing here might be possible here in this week. You know, that as soon as this person is getting back in touch with you, you can actually communicate wanting to talk to them, or you can actually check in and see how this person is doing and whether or not they're open for a conversation and for more clarity around the connection. But there's definitely this energy of this person coming toward you here in terms of communication. And it might start out very small with this page energy, but I do think you're going to hear from this person in the second week of the month. And it's going to be very exciting for you because yeah, it's a good sign that maybe you can actually really reconcile this connection. In the third week of the month, we have the Tower. So this is an abrupt shift. This is an abrupt awakening. This might also be a surprising visit from this person, or any sort of action coming from this other person that might surprise you a lot. I'm going to clarify this energy as well because I'm really curious about what this specifically means for you. So Spirit, what can you tell me about the Tower? I do think it's a positive tower. It's not a negative one. Yeah, look at that. The Six of Wands. Something here is going to be an immense success between you guys. And so I do think that what is happening here between the second and the third week of March is that you guys get an opportunity to reunite, to sit down together, to have some sort of conversation, and it's going to feel quite freeing. You're now going to understand this person's perspective more as they share more about their feelings and what they've been going through. You might have to deal with the past again and what happened between you guys, but it's only coming up again in order to have clarity about it, to cleanse yourself from it, and to integrate the lessons about the past so that you can move into the future and create a more successful connection here. So I do think there's going to be a breakthrough moment here in terms of reconciling a connection with a person you deeply care about. And I think in the beginning of the month is your intention. You might actually manifest this in, you might draw this in energetically here. And in the second week up to the third week, this person is actually reaching out to you. And you're going to have the possibility here to sit down and go through what happened and see whether or not you guys are on the same page now. I do think this other person is also going to have a lot of compassion for you, really wanting to understand your side of the story. So whatever happened in the past, I do think this person has matured. I don't think they're completely on your maturity level yet, but you'll definitely going to be able to tell in the conversation you have with this person that they have matured and that they're more responsible and that they're also taking responsibility for their actions, you know, and this might be the surprise here, the positive surprise with this Tower. And then at the end of the month with the Two of Coins, which is the Two of Pentacles, I see a more balanced connection. So whatever happens here in this conversation, you're definitely going out of it into the last week of the month feeling very positive and as though the situation has largely and massively improved because you guys have gotten whatever blocked the connection out of the way. So you might have just addressed the elephant in the room here, or you know, when this person was kind of distant for a very long time, didn't really want to talk to you. This is all changing here in the middle of the month, and so by the end of the month you are going to have a lot of clarity around the connection and where it's headed. And it's going to feel a lot more peaceful and a lot more calm because you finally know the other side of the story. You finally know about the opinions and the perspective of the other person. And I do think this is a positive sign here with the Two of Coins. Let's pull a clarifier for that as well. That you guys definitely want to start over. That's the energy that I'm getting. There's a lot of excitement and a lot of happiness coming through and a lot of energy of, you know, being excited about the future here. So we have the Nine of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, definitely. So this is an energy of you by the end of the month getting what you want, which is completely mending the connection with this person. So I think you have manifested this. I think you have drawn it in for a very, very long time. This person was kind of on his or her own for a while, having to figure some stuff out. But there has been a lot of illumination also happening for this person. They are making a clear decision to come toward you again because you are a light to them, and they want to mend the connection with you just as much as you want to mend it with them. So there's going to be a very successful getting together, talking things through, and you're going to be very positively surprised by this person's growth. There's definitely a difference here, especially comparing it to the past state of the person and how they're acted. And there's definitely a lot of improvement that you're going to witness here. And then by the end of the month, the cards are openly on the table. You guys know about your intentions for each other and you're getting what you want here. You're getting a wish granted with the Nine of Cups, which is nurturing this connection back to health and finding a way forward together, taking it very slow. This is earth energy, so you know, taking it slow, but slow and steady wins the race here, right? So taking a very responsible, grounded, mature approach here also with the Two of Pentacles in trying to build this connection back up and actually have it last this time around, or at least having this person stay in your life for the long run here. So this is like you have learned from your guys' mistakes from the past, and whatever happened in the past, I don't know about that, but it was supposed to happen in order to get you on the right track, to do some individual work on your guys' self, and then come back around to each other. So this could quite literally be a twin flame connection here. This could be the ending of the separation phase and the reunion stage that you're entering here at the end of the month. But even if it's just a strong soulmate connection or a person that you just very deeply care about, you're definitely going to be able to get what you want here by the end of the month, which is mending the connection. So last but not least, I also have a final love clarifier here, and it says, stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So let this be your final clarification that what you want is actually coming through, and that you can stay optimistic about the route that this connection is going to take. Whatever happened in the past is in the past. You have learned from it, you have healed from it, and now there's a fresh start and a new beginning possible for you guys if you want it. So that's what I see for you here for your love life in the month of March 2026. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice rest of your day, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!